So you need to understand how you're going to interact so that your presentation becomes interactive, right? Hi, welcome to the channel. Since you have read the thumbnail, now I'm going to teach you how to communicate your presentation effectively. This is becoming the most important topic nowadays because everybody, majority of the people who are working either in a job or elsewhere are usually working from homes, right? And they're presenting they have prepared, right, through the Zoom calls or say the other modes, or for example anything. Now, how to make that presentation effective? The hard work which you have put into that presentation, it's all dependent upon how you execute it, right? If you don't doesn't execute it well, your all hard work which you've done on the presentation go in vain. सारा वेस्ट हो जाता है, right? Now I'm going to teach you these 8 steps. These 8 steps I have discovered myself. It's not written in somewhere or I've read it from somewhere. It's I have discovered through the presentation I've made it, right? And you can use these to apply into your presentation, whether you are pitching to the client, whether you're pitching to the customer, whether you're pitching to the boss in your office, right? You can follow these 8 steps and it's gonna work for you. So coming to the video now, what is the first step? So first step is read about that topic you're gonna present thoroughly. Please, thoroughly. Just search that topic, make out the description, what is all about, understand about that topic. Because what happened is, you can just go ahead and present your presentation, but if you do not know much about it, they're gonna come the time where people are gonna question you and you're not able to answer. That will create a bad impact, which means you haven't put that much efforts to build the presentation, right? And you do not want that for you, right? Okay, so this is the first part. Second step is prepare at home. Practice at home, please. People usually do not do this thing, and they might end up not executing it well at the time of the real presentation, not able to communicate effectively, right? And you do not want this to happen to you. So what you have to do is, you just need to sit down, put some chairs around you at your home, and then try to act in a manner that people are sitting and listening to you, and how you are going to react, how you are going to question to them, so that, and how you're going to present to them, so that becomes effective, right? And what are the mistakes you are making there, you can easily correct them, rectify them, practice them, so that at the time of real presentation, actual presentation, you're not able to make those same mistakes, right? So this you have to do, remember this. Now coming to the third step, right? What you need to do is, before beginning the presentation, just don't start your presentation as just without seeing or understanding your surroundings. You need to understand the audience who is listening to you. You need to understand what perspective, what kind of a knowledge they are carrying in. For that, to know about it, you need to question them. Question in a manner you just asking them, right? So you just ask them question. For example, if I am presenting a topic called as blockchain technology, right? Now my topic is blockchain. I want to know how many people know about this thing. So what I'll do is, I'll just go ahead and ask, okay, how many of you heard this word called as blockchain? Any idea what the word means? Anything which is coming in your mind, just please speak up. Don't worry about it. So this is what happened is, when you do this, it creates a curiosity, it creates an engagement between you and the people sitting over there, right? Now what happened is, you have done your engagement portion. So before starting a presentation, right, you know what kind of audience is sitting there, and they're really curious to listen to you, and that is all you want, right? Right? Now this is called as third step. Now the fourth step, use the examples, illustration or props to make that topic understandable. That's a very, very important part of it. Never read the text. What you need to do is, always use some props or illustration or kind of an example to make the topic you're going to present to understandable to the people who are at the receiving end, who are listening to you, right? Because it might happen people who are listening to you might not know anything about the topic you're going to present. So to make easy, right, to make it more understandable, to make it more engaging, so that they listen to you the whole time, right? So you can, for example, if I show you, for example, if I'm gonna talk about the blockchain technology or a blockchain, so I'll say blockchain is nothing, it's a database which is stored in blocks, right? For example, I'm gonna use the Matchbox, right? I'm gonna say this is a block and this matchsticks are the database. This is a transaction which is happened, and when this happened, it's a digital transaction, it is stored in a block, right? And these are stored in a block, and this happens every time when the transaction happen, and once the block is full, another transaction happened and this is stored in another blocks, and these are chained together to create a blockchain. See how easy it is. Now even a layman who doesn't know what the blockchain is now easily know, okay, this is what blockchain is. So this is really gonna help you. Either you can take an example, you can take an illustration, and you have to do it before starting your presentation, like to explain the very topic of it, right? So that by the time you come to the main part of it, people are really listening to you, are really gonna engage with you, right? The fifth step. What is the fifth step? Now you have to remember, you are not going to read the essay over there. Meaning, do not make lengthy presentation. That is not gonna work for you, because people sitting over there is gonna see your presentation or gonna understand it for a limited period of time, and they're gonna get like, after a certain period of time, they're gonna like, and you do not want this to happen, right? So you need to make short, brief, and to the point presentation, right? So this is my fifth point. Coming to my sixth point, try to use as much images as you can in the presentation instead of using a text, right? You do not have to go and read the presentation. Oh, this is no, you're not there to read the presentation, right? Nobody's interested in that. If you're gonna read it, anybody can do that, right? The main part is you use the single word or a sentence and you make it a presentation over there, right? And you can use this and you can do it by practicing at home, which I've told in your second step, right? So this is my sixth step, to use the images more than a text, because that makes people curious, more engaging. Now the seventh step, try to indulge in between the making of presentation, so that to know whether the audience, whether the person who is at the receiving end is with you or not. It might happen they are got distracted, they're not with you, they're not listening to you. So to correct them, so to indulge them again, you just can ask the related question and they can come again with you, and they can again be curious to understand, to learn about it, right? You can do this in between the presentation whenever you feel like it is needed to do it. It's not every time needed. You just have to observe whether all of them are with you or not, right? Last and the very important step, to sum up the presentation. Now when you start the presentation, you left some impression. Now you're leaving the presentation, you were still putting some impression, right? And you can correct whatever the impression you have made before by putting it at last, right? So what you need to do is, you need to leave some time, either of say 1 or 2 minutes, for a Q&A session, so that when you sum up the presentation, you can ask your audience, ask the people who are watching you, listening to you, the question, and or they can ask you the question. You can leave some Q&A session, they can ask you the question and you can answer them accordingly. It feels great, it feels a good connection, and it leaves a very good impression. Or you can do one thing, you can also left with a good thought, right? This is all you can do for the eighth and the very important last steps, right? The video, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with the people who really need it, because they might feel very thankful and grateful if you have shared something which they really needed. And believe me, the smile is the best thing you can earn, right? So keep sharing, keep loving. So I have posted a video 2 days back, and it's about English, basic steps to learn English, and you can go and check out that video, or if somebody needs it, you can share with them. Link in the description, right? Till then, bye bye, have a great time, and best of luck.